And now, ever since the ending of The Boys Season 4, it's gotten me wondering about Ryan. And now Ryan, we've seen in the last episode that he killed Grace Mallory, he ran away from Butcher, and also he ran away from Homelander. And in the very last scene, he was nowhere to be seen. And they did tease that Ryan is going to be the next Homelander. He has that same psychotic look in his eyes. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about which side will Ryan take in The Boys Season 5, and this will be 4 different outcomes. So yeah, I just want to give my theories and speculation about it, and I hope you all enjoy. And now, before we actually get into the video, I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And I would like to ask you all to like this video as much as you guys can. It goes a long way and it helps a ton. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. And now, in my opinion, Ryan is one of the most intriguing characters in The Boys, and also he is personally one of the most annoying characters as well. But the reason why he is the most interesting character is because he's gotten this influence from so many characters and so many different sides, and it does seem like that he's going to turn out like his father. So he got some influence from Becca, his mother, some influence from Grace Mallory, some influence from Billy Butcher, and some influence from Homelander. And we all thought that Ryan was going to turn out good, but the ending of Season 4 proved otherwise when he killed Grace Mallory, basically like a second mother to him, right? I mean, she had a big part in raising him for like a year, for a better part of a year, and then he just killed her without no remorse. And this is after he heard everything about Homelander, after Grace told Ryan everything about Homelander and what he did to Becca, what he did to Billy, and just the type of person he is. He still went for the kill, even though it was an accident, but he did turn around, looked at Billy and smiled, and then he left, and we didn't see him after that in the episode. And now this gets me wondering, whose side is Ryan going to take in Season 5 of The Boys? And now there are 4 outcomes to this. It's either he takes Homelander's side, Butcher's side, Soldier Boy's side, or he's on his own. And now, first of all, I just wanted to mention that it is very obvious by the end of Season 5, if Ryan does survive and if he does have some sort of redemption arc or something like that, he's going to be taking Billy's side, right? I mean, he's going to try killing his own dad. But I just want to explore some other possibilities here for the season as a whole. I'm not going to be talking about the very ending. I'm going to be talking about the middle of the season and also the start of the season. So where does Ryan stand in Season 5 in general? And now, first of all, I want to get into the whole Homelander situation. And now, I don't think Ryan is going to be going on Homelander's side whatsoever, and that's because of what Grace told him. And now, of course, we did see that Ryan doesn't want to believe it, right? He doesn't want to believe that whatever he's hearing about his dad, and he thinks that they're lying, but I think deep down he knows that it's true. And just thinking about everything that Homelander did and all of his views about humans and just humanity and how they're insignificant insects, I think Ryan would be able to add everything up. But if Ryan does end up going back to Homelander and if he does work with him, I mean, you would have to make Butcher very overpowered to handle that, because again, like, if you have 2 Homelanders, right, and of course, like, The Boys Season 5 is going to be coming out in 2026, so of course Ryan is going to be a little older, so he will know how to use his powers a little better. He will be kind of like Homelander, maybe not on par with Homelander's powers, but he will be a second Homelander for sure. So you would have to make Billy like very strong, his powers very strong to handle Ryan. And now, why would Ryan go back to Homelander? And now, in the end of Season 4, the very last episode, we did see that Ryan did state to Grace Mallory and also Billy that they want to take him in and experiment on him like they did with his dad. And there he did show sympathy to Homelander that, yeah, you know, we're soups, right, and we're this powerful, and humans are taking advantage of us. And I think that this might be the thing that draws Ryan back to Homelander, and he would want to work with his dad to basically quote unquote cleanse the earth and to make it better. And now let's talk about the second possibility, which is what if Ryan is on Butcher's side. And now I don't think that Ryan would go on Butcher's side, and that's because at the very end, same situation with Homelander, right? I mean, he ran away from Homelander, and also on top of that, he left Billy. So I don't see him going on either Homelander or Billy's side, but if he does, I think he would go in a way where he would want to make amends with Billy, and he would want to apologize to him for everything he did to him and also Grace Mallory, and also just like all of the screw ups that Ryan did. He would want to apologize for that. And yeah, I could see Ryan trying to go back to Billy, but I don't see Billy forgiving Ryan, because again, at season 2, Ryan did kill Becca by mistake, and also he did kill Grace. It was a mistake as well, but it looked like that was a little bit more intentional, and that's because of course, like I mentioned before, the smile at the very end, right? Him showing his psychotic side, him showing his Homelander side. I think Billy would also be out to kill Ryan, and that's because of Joe Kessler talking in his head. And of course, Joe Kessler, he either wants Ryan dead or he wants him in control, and that whole control plan is out of the picture, so he would want Ryan dead. And I think that Billy would want Ryan dead as well after everything he's witnessed, and he just sees this child as not redeemable, right? I mean, I think he probably sees Homelander in him, and he doesn't want him to go as far as Homelander, right? Because Homelander is a problem, and they don't want another Homelander running around. So I think Billy would also kill Ryan before it's too late. But of course, it's very obvious that Ryan is going to be going on Billy's side at the very end, and he would either team up with Billy to kill Homelander, or he would assist him in some sort of way. I think that if they go with the route that Ryan is with Homelander in the start, and then at the very end he switches up and he's on Billy's side, maybe both of them end up killing Homelander, right? I mean, with Billy's powers of the whole tentacle monster, of that symbiote, and also Ryan's just his Superman powers, right? Like his Homelander powers coming into the picture as well. I think that Homelander would have a huge problem if it's Ryan and Billy working together, but I do think that that's going to happen. Ryan is going to be in the very final fight of season 5, and he's going to be on Billy's side. Maybe he does kill both Homelander and Billy, right? If Butcher turns rogue, right, if he becomes like the villain, if he becomes the antagonist of season 5, which it does seem like they're going for that, maybe Ryan might be forced to kill both Homelander and Butcher. And now I wanted to talk about Soldier Boy. And now Ryan being on Soldier Boy's side, in my opinion, is a very likely outcome as well. And also this makes sense, right? Because the showrunner of The Boys did state that Soldier Boy is going to be after Billy, right? He's going to have a hit on Billy as well. He didn't say anything about Homelander, but I also think that Soldier Boy is going to be after Homelander as well. Like, I have a video up on my channel explaining that if Soldier Boy were to come back, how would he return and who would he come after? And I think that Starlight is going to free him, or somebody from The Boys is going to free him, or even Ashley might free him, and then he's going to have a hit on both Billy and Homelander. And if you take that into consideration, Soldier Boy is in the middle, right? He's on nobody's side. Same thing as Ryan, right? Even Ryan is in the middle, even he's on nobody's side. So what if Soldier Boy were to show that grandfather side of him, right? I mean, he were to look at Ryan and he's like, I don't want to screw up with this kid, like how Homelander got messed up, right? I mean, he just seeks attention, he seeks love, and he's weak. So he doesn't want Ryan to show that side of him, right? He doesn't want Ryan to turn out like Homelander. He doesn't want him to be weak. So maybe Soldier Boy takes Ryan under his wing and he teaches him how to be strong and how to be a soldier. And basically Soldier Boy would want Ryan to be like that son he never had. And also Ryan is a teenager, so Soldier Boy would think that, yeah, there's still time to change his personality, there's still time to change this kid. So yeah, throughout the season we could definitely see Ryan and Soldier Boy teaming up, and they go after Billy and Homelander, because Ryan does have a grudge against both his father and Butcher. So it totally makes sense, right? I mean, like, this is an outcome I really want to see, and I think that it's definitely possible, and it'd be a missed opportunity if they don't show some Soldier Boy and Ryan scenes together, because again, at the end of the day, they are related, right? Soldier Boy is Ryan's grandfather, so it'd be very cool to see that Soldier Boy becoming like a real father figure for Ryan, and he would want to teach him everything and how to be strong and to not have that feeling of wanting love and attention all the time, and he would just want him to be a soldier. And now I want to talk about the fourth outcome, which is if Ryan is on his own, right? What if he's on nobody's side? And now I think that this would be the most scary outcome, and that's because I think Ryan would turn out to be like that Brightburn kid, right? He would just have his own agenda, and he'd either want to take over the world, or he'd be a way where he would want to help people, but in a very messed up way, right? I mean, if he tries helping people on his own, if he tries stopping crime, he kills a person by mistakenly, or he does it by purpose, right? I mean, he could either be like Injustice Superman, or he could be like the Brightburn kid, right? I mean, the Brightburn kid was totally evil. He wanted to take over the world. Injustice Superman, he took over the world with an iron fist, right? I mean, it was basically like communism at that point, right? So I think Ryan would go for one of those outcomes where he would either want to take over the world and take out Billy and Homelander out of the picture, right? He would either go after Billy and Homelander, try killing them, and then have his own reign over Vought, or he could try being like a vigilante, right? And he just stops crime on his own without Vought's say so, right? Without the whole stage acting and stuff like that. He actually goes and tries helping people where he screws up, and we did see in The Boys Diabolical, which is the animated series for The Boys, Homelander did start off as that, right? He wanted to help people at first in a very messed up way, but then he screws up and then Black Noir covers for him, right? I mean, but in the start, Homelander did actually want to stop crime, right? He thought that was a real thing, and maybe we see Ryan going through that stage as well, where he tries helping people, but then he kills people by accident, or even if he does help people, he kills the criminals on purpose, right? And he just thinks that, yeah, you know, these people need to die, right? There is no redemption for them. They need to die, and I'm the only one that can stop crime in this city. So it could either go either way. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'd like to ask you all to like, share, and subscribe. And again, thank you guys so much for the growth. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And like how I mentioned in the start of the video, I would like to ask you all to like this video as much as you guys can. It goes a long way and it helps a ton. And also, if you guys want me to cover other things such as Alien, Predator, Prometheus, or MCU content, please like the video and show your support and comment down. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching.